EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And right away, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Hey, 120. 54. Mike's 54. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Goff now looking to throw. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Ready.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Breeze going to throw. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now it's gone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
General West.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
180. 54. DC.
They run. It's Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
27 yards there, a first down.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 24 yards as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
64, weak. Chester.
Here's Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field, you take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
From his goal line here, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Third and long. It's gone. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Harris now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Running with Kamara. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9. Breeze. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go with Kamara. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check line 54. Line 54. Check under. Check hot route. Hot. Check 9. Hatchet. Hey, kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Brandon, the best teams work together in all phases. The offense is getting help now from their defense. Why? An interception return for a touchdown. Points on the board. The offense didn't have to be on the field. That's teamwork.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
7 yards there and a first down.
21.
Breeze now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Breeze now on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return will stop right around the 25. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, Goff. Rolling to his right. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. 25 yards the pickup there, also a first down. From the red zone now, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 74 yards. As his guys are back within a single score.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Let's go!
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he finds his man. It's the former Ram, Jared Cook. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, Breeze. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Breeze. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Single.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now it's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze, he gets it to Thomas. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. Here's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. throwing again on second down. Breeze. And his throw here is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Breeze going to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. On first and 10, here's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Breeze now on first down. This is caught by Gill. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
36.
Again, it's Breeze. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Right there.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's Gone. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz will look to add the extra point.
Well, it's not just the defensive backs that have to have short memories. Sometimes it's the quarterbacks. Throw an interception, especially one that's a pick six, you've got to get to the sidelines quickly, shake it off, and get back out there and move your team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On second down now, it's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Goff now to throw. Steps away to his left, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's been terrific so far. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gone. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, 63 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 53 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On the ground, Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Ready? Kill.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked up by his nemesis, Nikel Roby-Coleman. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Kelly to try to punch it in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll try again down here with Kelly. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. As they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 41, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Throwing is Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you got him up?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's got the first down inside the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey. Get it.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Powers through it. Nothing can stop him. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 31 yards there and a first down. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him?
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This defense might want to wake up on this drive and stop them before that first down marker.
Unfortunately, it's easy to grade the defense right now. Not good. 3 plays, 3 first downs. They've got to come up with something to slow them down.
Ingram again, a first down carry. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is...
Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And Walker has it. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. With it is Brown. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take it.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. The 30, 20, 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do.
We got three.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Again, it's Lewis. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Lewis again, the ball carrier.
Oh, yeah.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready. 15, run. 15, run. Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Complete. This is Lewis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. What a spin. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A solid chunk of 11 yards there on the keeper. But 4th down now. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick is absolutely perfect. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On second down, Ingram. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right?
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 76 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On first down, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2. Tannehill flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
On the set. 61, match box right.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Go. 30 base. Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now it's Jackson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Well, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st down, it's Ingram. And running with power here. And they'll get this down to the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. They'll run here with Ingram. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it back to the house. All zeros on the clock. What an ending to this. What a defensive touchdown.
And that's how you play defense, folks.
And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. Win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon.